Hi, Dirk Fischbach with the Painted Trout. Today we're going to learn the proper way to create a parachute post for a parachute fly, such as popular parachute Adams or any number of mayfly imitations. Also a couple of Caddis pupa are done this way. We're going to use a standard dry fly hook today. This could be a Tiemco 100 or a Mustad 94-840, anything like that. Just your standard downturned eye Viking bend dry fly hook. The other type of hook that you'll often see used for parachutes would be a scud hook or a caddis style hook, particularly for doing emerging pupa. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you a real quick way to create a post that will support the hackle feather, which is really the whole thing with this style of fly. We're going to put our thread on just like we would any other fly, and I like to do my parachutes back a little bit more than some people do, and it doesn't really matter. The style of posting it'll be the same, but basically we need a little bit of a thread base. Then we're going to use this material. This is Parapost, which is just a synthetic. Very common to also use kip tail or calf tail. Sometimes you'll use deer hair, any number of feathers, wood duck, or dyed mallard sometimes are used as posts. I like the Parapost because it's easy to work with. The only disadvantage of it, or I should say something with Parapost that's not as much of an advantage as it is with, say, kip tail, is that it doesn't have the buoyant floating capability that you have with kip tail. This is just a good neutral buoyancy material, and that's fine for what we're doing. It's not going to sink the fly, but it won't help it float like it would if we use kip tail. I like to double it for my flies because the way it's sold is a little bit skinny for anything bigger than about a size 14. Certainly a size like this, which is a 12, you're not going to get the thickness of the post you want. So I doubled it over. I'm just going to go ahead and tie this post material, I should say, in like that. And like I said, I like to mount my post a little bit farther back than some people do. But basically, you need to secure it to the hook with your thread wraps. Then you're going to hold it up to a vertical position, and you're going to slide your thread in front of it, put a couple of wraps, and I like to put at least a couple right on top of each other. You can see already we've got this material starting to stand up. Now, the secret is we're going to take our bobbin and we're going to support the wing in its vertical position. We're going to start low and we're going to wrap up that material, in this case Parapost, but it could be anything. You see, you have to pull a little bit gently or you'll knock it over like that. Okay, now we've got a nice strong post. I come straight down and around the hook like that. Now, what you're going to have there when you trim this up at the end is going to be a beautiful parachute post. But you can see how upright that is, and that's got plenty of strength. When you wrap a hackle around that, it's not going anywhere.